Going live. Here we go. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. Hope we're having a good day. Everyone. I don't know how to do this. Sorry, I'm like retarded still. I thought I would go live today on Sundays while I drink my coffee. I get it from Dialogue. It's like down the street. I've been going there 15 years. But just thought I'd check in case anybody is interested. This is a great story. I'm going to tell this story. If anybody is watching this who's not in LA and they wonder like why I'm single, first of all, it's by choice. It's by choice I'm single. If people watch that Showbiz India thing I was just on, I go off about beta males and whatever, but like people are like, "Oh, are you exaggerating this?" I'm like, "No, there's truth behind this. Like I'm spitting truth here." But I'm not a dick. I'm not a dick, and here's why. This is a true story. This literally just happened today. If this is a dating story, so I got off all these dating apps. I just was like, "Hey, why am I on these dating apps? It's like stupid." People who are on them know how frustrating it is, especially like there's like a window. I feel like between 20 and 30, people are looking to lock down, get married, find that soulmate, whatever. Mr. Fritz, yes, Mr. Fritz. I'm just talking about dating in LA. So I'm on these dating apps, and I deleted them all. I was like, all right, I'm off these dating apps. I'm gonna just focus on work and just do me, whatever. So cut to like years later, you're like still single. You're like, oh man, you know what? You have to be making an effort. You have to be putting yourself out there, right? So I jump back on, and it's been a train wreck of like, you just meet, a friend of mine. I was dating this girl, and she was like super religious, but she was like, nothing against religion, but my buddy was like, dude, something always reveals itself. And I remember like we were like in the car once, and she was just like, oh, the enemy's in my head. And I was like, what? The enemy? And she's like, yeah, Satan. I was like, okay, there it is. There it is. Nothing against religion, but I'm just saying there was like a conflict there. So anyways, so I started these dating apps, and I'm messaging these girls randomly, and I've been alone all quarantine. That's why I make so many videos, because I just keep making stuff. I have nothing better to do with my time. I just make stuff, and I go for auditions here in my living room on my Zoom camera. Like, it's really easy to do. So I matched with this girl on like Bumble. It's like this dating app thing. It's not Tinder. It's the other thing. And I'm supposed to meet her today, right? And by the way, people think it's easy to date like over quarantine. It's hard. It's really difficult. Like my friends were like, "Oh, dude, it's easy because you don't have to spend money. You can just bring them to a coffee shop." But guess what? A lot of these coffee shops, you need outdoor seating. You can't just bring them to a coffee shop. And by the way, that's like the worst first date ever. Like, I mean, what does that say? I'm just bringing you to a coffee shop. I mean, at least let me treat my date right. So I matched with this girl. She's in Marina Del Rey. And I'm like, all right, well, let's meet halfway. So the only halfway points are Beverly Hills, Century City. Those are the halfway points. And I was like, I find this place called the JG Lounge or something. It's like a rooftop above the Waldorf Astoria, like a really nice place. I'm like, all right, screw it, whatever. Let's spend some money. It's okay. I mean, this girl seems nice. And by the way, I've never even talked to this girl in my life before. Never. But she seems nice, and she's like texting me like early in the week, and I matched with her last week. But she just keeps texting me because I sent her my number. I was like, hey, just start texting me so it's easier. But it's like in the morning, it's like, hey, how are you? Just checking in on you. How's your day? And I'm like an introverted guy. Like I don't like to, especially when I don't know you. I'm not gonna just go back and forth with you. So, but I also understand like the game enough where I'm like, all right, you can't be like an ice cube and just not respond. So I've been responding at my convenience, and kept it going for as long as I could. And then around Thursday, like she was like, "Hey, should I message you later in the afternoon?" And I was like, "Sure, that's fine, totally good." And by the way, So I'm supposed to meet her today at 5:15, right? So this is literally the text messages. I don't even care. I'm just gonna read this. Is this bitter? I think it's hilarious because the great thing about being older is you stop caring and everything's hilarious to you at a certain point. So this was like this was like Thursday's message, right? She goes, blah, 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 work, it's nice. She's telling me all about her work stuff. She's like a consultant, whatever. And I'm just like, oh, hope you're on your journey. Fulfillment is a key thing. And I was like, I'm sure your job's great because you can text me. It's my little joke there. So let her know that like I'm somewhat funny. And she just goes off on like journeys and talking about focusing in her life, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, great, have a nice day. So then that's it, Thursday, right? And I didn't check in with her again. And then today, I'm like, good morning. So are we on for 5:15? Because basically, by the way, I made reservations. And this is why it kind of irked me. Because if you make reservations and cancel, then they charge you money on your credit card. And it's like a nice place in Beverly Hills. So I was like, are we on for today? And this is the response. Hey, I think I'll pass. Haven't heard from you in a few days and not really feeling it anymore. Thanks for checking. And I read that and I started laughing. I literally just started laughing because this epitomizes like Los Angeles. Like there it is. Like that's the reveal. Like that's probably why, I mean, not to judge her, but I mean, I am. That's probably why she's single, because she's high maintenance. I'm high maintenance. Actually, I'm not high maintenance. I was just trying to feel empathetic. But that's probably the reason why she's single, because you have to kind of meet someone and feel them out and see where it goes. And I think that's the challenges of like, dating in Los Angeles. I had another girl. This is what it's going to be right now. It's going to be just horrific dating stories in LA because for some reason in LA, and that's why I don't date. By the way, I'm not a player. I don't go with a lot of girls. I work nonstop. That's all I do. I just make videos. And that's why I didn't respond to her during the week because I was like so busy with my own stuff. Like I'm up to like 2 o'clock. Anyway, so there's another girl who I was supposed to go out with like before the quarantine, and what'd she say? I was on her way to meet her, and she said, "My friend's in labor. I have to go meet her at the hospital." Like as I'm like Ubering to the restaurant, like my friend's in labor. It's just like the most ridiculous stories you just hear, right? And she's like, "Can we reschedule for like next week?" And it's like, you know what? Just make up something else. Like don't even if that is the truth. Don't even go there. Make up something completely different because I'm not going to believe that. So now, like whenever like I do, feel like there is a connection with somebody, I try to be as authentic as possible. Try to give space. Try not to feel like I'm crowding them, and just try to be, honest and leave it at that. I think that's the best approach to dating in LA. I don't know. Am I facing like a life of solitude? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is for right now, and that's okay. That's okay because I think the key message here is you have to continue to put yourself out there. Because I see a lot of my friends. I was a model for many years. I still model, and a lot of my friends, I feel like they kind of settled. Some of them. I mean, being honest, they were just like, I gotta get married. And they just, laid down roots and lived their life. And I don't know if that's the right route for anybody. Victoria, I deleted all my dating apps, so I'm on 0 now. I'm on Plenty of Fish, the Jewish one. That's a joke. No, anyway, so my point to this is you have to be putting yourself out there consistently. And I think everybody in LA, it's a common thing. But especially if you're Indian, like it's a train wreck. Because I've got a theory, every Indian girl like gets like taken up like between 20 and 30 because they have to by like it's a cultural thing. I go watch that arranged marriage thing on Netflix. Like you'll learn about Indian culture. But like, and plus like I'm shooting here making videos of puppets. I don't think like I'm in the right bracket for arranged marriages. I'm like the living nightmare for every JC girl. Anyways, so I'm not angry, by the way. I hope this is not coming across as angry. I find this hilarious, and I try to, if anything, it's content for me to use when I make more videos. Again, I want to make a shout out to Dialogue Cafe. They've been giving me espressos and coffee since 2005. I appreciate that very much. So, by the way, how did I respond to that girl today on Bumble who flaked on me pretty much? That's a flake. She didn't give me an excuse. She just said, I'm not feeling it. This is how I responded. I did not answer. I didn't even respond. I just laughed and I wished her the best and I continued my own journey. Because that's how you got to do it. And I do that with all my exes too. Like, a lot of them have blocked me, I think, because I think they hate me. But I do wish them well. I've never wished ill on anybody. Because I feel like we're all on our own journey, and we really are. Everyone has their own personal Vietnam. You have no idea what people are dealing with in their own lives and the baggage they carry and all that stuff. So Victoria says, I took myself out because it was ridiculous. Doesn't matter if you're divorced Indian woman looking to date. Divorced Indian woman looking to date is more pathetic. Okay, look, I don't think if you're divorced an Indian, I don't think it's pathetic. I mean, I think that's the life, that's your card. You're playing it as best as you can. Like, I empathize. In fact, when I match with women with children, this is a great dating story. I don't make this all about dating, but here we go. So I match with a lot of like Indian women sometimes, right? And I matched with one girl and she was like 30, 31, and that's a lot younger than me. But I met up with her anyways. And then I meet up with her and she's like, I was like, hey, how was your day? She's like, yeah, I was busy, with my kids. I'm like, kids? Like, kids? Like, plural kids? First of all, nothing on her profile that said she had kids. 0, right? And she had 3 kids, right? I'm at dinner with her, and she's like revealing this stuff now. She has 3 kids. And then I realized, oh, you know what? Probably a lot of guys swipe left or whatever, say no because she says she has kids, and they automatically just, neg her. So I understood where she was coming from, but at the same point, it's like, hey, you know what? Don't trick me to buying you dinner, and then tell me later that you have kids. And then she was like all over me like the whole dinner because I think she knew she wasn't going to see me again because I don't want to lead a girl on if I'm not interested. I'm not looking to be a baby daddy right now. I mean, not now. That could change tomorrow. So we're at 12 minutes. What did we learn today on Instagram Live? my love life is great, actually. I mean, this could be a good thing. I've always believed, like, whenever I get dumped, my friends. First, I was not dumped. That was a dating thing. But whenever I do get dumped, and I've been dumped 3 out of my last 4, I think. But whenever that does happen, my best friends always text me congratulations. So they always text me congratulations because they know that I like to work, and I'm just now have more free time to make more videos and do my comedy thing. So it's a blessing in disguise. Hey, I wish everyone a wonderful Sunday. Wishing you the best. Have a good day. See ya. Bye. Log off this thing.